The Adventure of the Golden Acorn Kids Story Bedtime Story. In a forest filled with towering trees and lush green foliage, there was a little squirrel named Oliver. He lived in a cozy tree hollow with his family, but Oliver was known for being a dreamer. While his friends liked to gather nuts and play, Oliver often stared at the tall trees, wondering what lay beyond the forest. One crisp autumn day, while collecting acorns, Oliver spotted something unusual, a golden acorn, resting beneath a towering oak tree. It gleamed in the sunlight, unlike any acorn he had ever seen. Curious, Oliver picked it up and held it in his tiny paws. This must be special, he thought. As he examined the acorn, a soft voice suddenly echoed around him. "That is the golden acorn, Oliver. It holds the key to a great adventure." Oliver jumped, looking around to see where the voice had come from. Standing before him was a wise old owl, its feathers shimmering like the night sky. "The golden acorn can lead you to the heart of the forest," the owl explained. "But you must embark on a journey, and it will not be easy." Oliver's eyes sparkled with excitement. "I want to go. What do I have to do?" The owl smiled. "First, you must cross the misty river, where the water is as thick as fog and the current is swift." Oliver nodded bravely and tucked the golden acorn into his pocket. He set off toward the river, feeling both nervous and excited. When he reached the river, he found it exactly as the owl had described. The fog was thick, and the water was swirling rapidly. Oliver stood at the edge, unsure of how to cross. Just then, a friendly beaver named Benny appeared. "Need help crossing?" Benny asked, his tail flicking with excitement. "I'm not sure how to get across," Oliver admitted. Benny smiled and led Oliver to a nearby log. "Climb aboard," he said. "I'll guide you." Together, they crossed the river, with Benny steering the log safely through the fog. When they reached the other side, Oliver was filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Benny. Good luck on the rest of your journey," Benny called as Oliver waved goodbye. Next, Oliver had to find the Tower of Echoes, where the sound of every creature's voice could be heard. To enter, he had to shout a question into the tower. But when he arrived, the tower seemed endless, and the echo of his voice grew louder with each step. Oliver stood tall, took a deep breath, and shouted, "What is the greatest treasure in the forest?" The answer came back clearly, echoing through the tower. "The heart that dares to seek, and the courage to help others." With newfound determination, Oliver continued his journey until he finally reached the heart of the forest. At the heart of the forest stood a tree unlike any other, with branches that touched the sky and roots that seemed to stretch into the earth forever. The golden acorn glowed brightly in his pocket. As Oliver placed the acorn at the base of the tree, the ground shimmered and the tree's roots began to glow. A small treasure chest appeared, and when Oliver opened it, he found a simple note that read, "The true treasure is the journey you have taken." Oliver smiled, realizing that the adventure itself had been the greatest treasure of all. With his heart full of joy, he returned home to the forest, ready to share his story and adventures with his friends.